everyone. We've been talking all month about how we can live with contentment. If we can learn to be content, we'll be a lot happier. But contentment isn't just about making our own lives better. There's something else that being content will lead us to do. I've got an idea to show you what I mean. I have a big box of things. Let's see. The first thing we have is a letter. There is a letter written by the Apostle Paul, which is in the Bible. We call it the book of 2 Corinthians. Paul wrote this letter to the people who lived in the city of Corinth. In this part of the letter, he told them about a group of churches in another place called Macedonia. Are you with me so far? Paul wrote to the Corinthians to tell them about the people in Macedonia. Pretty cool. Paul explained that the Macedonians were very poor and they were having a tough time. But get this, the people in Macedonia were so content that they helped others by giving their money generously. Here's what Paul wrote. Brothers and sisters, we want you to know about the grace that God has given to the churches in Macedonia. They have suffered a great deal, but in their suffering, their joy was more than full. Even though they were very poor, they gave very freely. I tell you that they gave as much as they could. In fact, they gave even more than they could, completely on their own. They begged us for the chance to share in serving the Lord's people in that way. That's pretty amazing. The Macedonians gave people to help other Jesus followers who lived in Jerusalem. They gave what they had, and they did it with joy. Let's see what else I've got. I have a clipboard. And on this clipboard, the paper says, reasons I can't help, right across the top. Of course, we would never sit down and make a list like this. Reasons we couldn't help someone. But there are times that we might think we can't help, or maybe we're just not sure what to do. What do you think some of those reasons might be when we might miss the chance to help someone? Well, we might just forget. That can happen pretty easily, right? We get wrapped up in what we're doing and we forget to think about other people and what they might need. How about this one? I'm just a kid. The truth is, even though you're young, you can do big things to help others. You might not always know what to do, but you can ask an adult for help. How about this one? Don't have much to give. This is the really cool part. We might not feel like we have a lot of money to give, but we can give our time. We can give our talents. We can share our creativity. We can use what we have to help others, just like Paul said about the people in Macedonia. So I have a couple of other things in my box. There's quite a few items. So as I pull them out, think about how you can use these things to help others. I have a basketball. Maybe you're really good at cooking. And a paint set. Or maybe even a first aid kit. It's pretty cool to think about all of the different things God has given us, like our time, our talents, and even our creative ideas. We can use those things to help others. We can be like the people in Macedonia who freely gave what they had and made a difference for other people. And here's the thing, this all starts with contentment. When we're content because of our relationship with God, when we know how much God loves us, and we remember that God is always with us, then we'll want to share God's love too. We'll want to use what God has given us to help the people around us. So here's a great thought to remember, and our bottom line for this week. You can always use what you have to help someone else. Thank you so much for joining us today.